This is genuinely the most broken build in Black Ops 6 right now. The CR-56 with the rapid fire attachment, actually my favorite build of all time. I know I was saying I like the FFAR, maybe the LC10, but if I'm going to get some very sweaty enemies, I want to get that tactical nuke, I want to spawn trap, this is what I'm going to be using. We have that big drum magazine allowing you to get so many kills and the enemies just can't do anything about it. Ladies and gents, when I got the CR-56, I don't know why I took off my other seconder, but I use this Grekova. I've given it to you guys in so many builds, but if you are new, take a screenshot of this Grekova. It is so nice. It's like a pocket SMG. Here's my perks and everything that I'm rocking. We are going to be going over a gunfighter build, but if you do want to use it in 5 attachments, I'll give you the 5 attachment one after. And this thing works also very well in Warzone, and that's probably why I like it so good. It's just so versatile that you can use it in any mode, any type of game, and it just is always going to perform very well. But you do blow through the ammo pretty fast. We only have about 30 rounds, and yes, the fire rate's not that fast, but you're just never ever dying on the map, to where the extended mag 2 is actually so enjoyable. Yes, the ADS speed is going to be so slow, the reload quickness isn't there, and your sprint to fire speed is a little bit worse. If you don't really care for all those cons, I would just use the extended mag 1. Like, the 2 is definitely OP, but you'll see why in the gameplay, why it was so nice. Like, I just never needed a reload. It was just a light machine gun that actually feels light on the map. Next attachment, we are going to be going over to the rear grip, and we are going to be adding the ergonomic grip. This gun doesn't have that much damage range, and you can play aggressive with the weapons, so this is just going to increase the overall mobility of it. So then, you know, our ADS speed's faster, jumping ADS speed, that slide to fire, that dive to fire, overall making it so you can actually move around the map. I did try out some other grips, and like people always say to use the CQB. This one is only good if you go into a hip fire because it increases your sprint to fire speed, but not your ADS speed. So if you slide ADS into a gunfight, you're going to feel clunky, and you're going to actually kind of have a slower sprint to fire speed, if that makes sense. Definitely use the ergonomic on this gun. Then we are going to be going over to the stock, and we are going to be adding the balance stock. The balance stock is, I love the infiltrator stock, but the balance stock on this one is good if you're playing aggressive because it allows you to shoulder corners a little bit faster. You don't really just want to throw your whole body out there. You kind of want to move around the map by throwing shoulders, and so this is going to allow you to do so a little bit more easily. And then it also increases that strafe speed, so that when you do ADS in that gunfight, move around a little bit faster, and you're going to be overall a harder target to hit. And so the overall mobility now is going to feel amazing with the balance and the ergonomic. Then you don't really need to reload, but you are not going to have that much damage range, and the bullet velocity on this gun isn't the best, especially when we add a certain attachment. It's going to lower the range. So our bullet velocity right now is 650. That's like SMG levels, but if we add that reinforce, it's going to increase that to about 800, as well as that damage range to about 30 meters. If you are on the smaller maps, like maybe you're only playing face off, then you're actually going to get more value out of the long barrel, which I know those maps are smaller, but there still is long range gunfights. And now our hit scan range is going to be about 35 meters, and then our damage range is 35 meters, making it work a little bit better for those very small maps. But if you want to be a little bit more versatile, or if you're playing Warzone especially, for sure use that reinforced barrel, so then you just get a, you know, balance of both things. Do you want everything in Call of Duty without having to play the game? Then you should check out my long-term sponsor, Gwapsi. Gwapsi is a team of real players that will load onto your account to legitimately grind anything that you wish, and this goes for all the recent Call of Duties and many other games. They will even get you iridescent so you can flex all the cool rewards. Seriously, there's no risk involved because they don't use an unlock tool. They legitimately play in your account, and I've been with them for a long time and haven't seen a single negative review. And so if you want to save your time and energy, check out Gwapsi.com. For the next attachment, we are going to be going over to the muzzle, and I was trying to use the suppressor, but the gun was just a little bit too bouncy. If you aren't using rapid fire, you can 100% get away with the suppressor, which is, you know, it's still super good on the gun. It actually makes nukes in a way easier to get, since the enemies don't know where you're at. You can go on those flanks, build up that streak a lot more easily. But with the compensator, it just makes you more consistent. We are not going to be adding a optic, so we need to make sure the iron sights don't really bounce around as much. In one of the recent updates, they did actually make it so the iron sights would bounce around a lot more, and so like it doesn't look crazy, but they are shaking a little bit. But then if we go ahead and add that compensator, it's gonna basically reduce both of those. That ported is still very good, but the compensator is better if you're playing aggressive, if you're using the weapon up close, and you know, you want this weapon to be, you know, usable up close and at long range. You guys can see that it is a little bit easier to hit those shots. As long as you strafe in the gunfight, you're going to be perfectly fine, given I did just miss every single bullet. But for the fire mods, we are going to be adding the rapid fire rounds. If you are using this thing in Warzone, then I would just use the overpressured rounds, but the rapid fire honestly feels so good on this gun because it already has a fast TTK, so now you can make it even faster, and the enemies just don't know what hit them. And as long as you hit that first shot, I guarantee you're going to be able to control the recoil perfectly fine. Yes, we are losing a little bit of our bullet velocity and that overall recoil control. I mean, the bullet velocity sucks, but it's still ahead of 750, so we're going to be perfectly fine with there. My commentary today is completely chalked. But for the underbarrel, now previously I was using the vertical underbarrel, but I realized that if you're just warmed up, you're perfectly fine with our Ranger. And because the magazine does make the gun a little bit heavier, this actually kind of counteracts that a little bit, and you still get that recoil stabilization, that recoil control. And so the gun should be a lot easier to use, especially since we have that compensator. And then, you know, you can hit those shots at pretty long ranges, but then you still can move around a little bit faster. Like if we could actually have an underbarrel that only increases mobility, I would probably use that over the Ranger, since you don't even really need that much recoil control as long as you hit that first shot. Last attachment, completely up to you guys. You can use an optic or you can use a laser, but for me, I would rather use the Strelok laser, increasing the hip fire to ADS accuracy, and it seriously just, you know, allows you to pre-fire those corners. And so if you're shouldering things, basically it just feels like you have a faster ADS and you're not as restricted, especially when you tie in that ergonomic grip onto this build. And so this is like right now my overall probably favorite build in the game. I do like the FFAR, but this thing feels like it kills a little bit faster. It's a little bit easier to use. I love the iron sights on it, and I dropped so many nukes with it. Given I had the most unique lobby in the entire world, like I got absolutely blessed today. You do not want to miss it, because it was a very quick nuke and it was pretty satisfying. And there's the build if you guys want to take that screenshot. For the 5 attachment one, honestly, I wouldn't rock the rapid fire, and then I would probably take off the balance stock over here, add that long barrel, and then we would use the extended mag 1, and then you could honestly get away with the suppressors. So right here is going to be a very good 5 attachment build, and you guys can see the damage range is pretty good. A little bit of recoil on the gun, but you know, you can literally just add the compensator and you're fine. But I just beamed that target at like 60 meters and I'm not warmed up whatsoever. And so right here, very good 5 attachment build, and I think that is gonna wrap it up for everything. Let's get into that tactical nuke. Yo, I genuinely cannot remember the last time I actually got this map. I'm surprised we haven't had like a 24/7 playlist with this map, or like, okay, the small map mosh pit. Imagine if we had like Babylon, maybe Nuketown in there, but then we had this map Subsonic. I feel like that would be a great play. No. Why am I hearing this Seth Rogen? I think it's this blueprint. It has to be this blueprint, because whenever I use this, bro, all I hear is a fucking lag and laughing. Pisses me off. Bro, the rapid fire AMAX is just too good. It's just too good. I think it's actually my favorite gun in the game. I really like the FFAR, but dude, the AMAX. AMAX was... Bro, I can't think with this dude laughing in my ear. Or throw down the proxy mine in case they chase us. And I hide in a little corner. Gonna try to get this harp. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know if they're playing the game, but I'm perfectly fine with it. Perfectly fine. Shut up! This is not my pistol. This is not my pistol. I don't know what's going on. These guys are even fucking playing the game. But what lobby did I get? No, genuinely. Like, I'm actually so... Bro, like, if you've been watching the videos, every single lobby I get is actually pretty fucking sweaty. Like, extremely sweaty recently. Or I'm nuking, like, Master Prestiges, like, constantly. I think we just got finally blessed. This feels weird. This doesn't feel right. I don't even know how to play this, because I just so like NPC like. Bro, imagine I die. Imagine I die off this streak. I gotta get out. I actually gotta get out. Holy fuck, there's a lot of people over there. I feel like I lose the way I'm playing, but they're playing too slow for me. There's the nuke. That nuke genuinely I think was the most scary nuke, just because of like, I shouldn't fumble here. I should not fumble this at all. And I was trying to speed run it a little bit, like not do it too slow, but that was spooky. You know what? We didn't use the war machine or the hand cannon. Okay. I might get a new record here. Honestly, yo, it has to be the AMAX blueprint. Perfect hand cannon too. I hear my teammates playing out the TV. See, there is one Master Prestige. I got one on my team. I got one on the enemy team. I wouldn't be surprised if my teammates are probably even worse. The enemy's probably gonna drop a nuke too. So I should probably call him. Actually, no, he's not gonna drop a nuke on me. What the hell? Absolutely not. I'll drop a nuke on him. Twice. Back-to-back nukes. Coming up. Okay, I think we got every single person coming over to the... I swear on the minimap I see someone over there. Bro, nobody goes up top. Nobody goes up top. What are we doing? World's most... Okay. You know what? I'm taking off this fucking blueprint, dude. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna basically add the extended mag. That dude's tweaking right there. Yeah, he can't believe he just got nuked. Why do I still hear the laugh? Get the laugh out of here, please. Oh shoot, I think I have the long barrel on accidentally. You want to use reinforced? Like long barrel definitely is better, but we have the rapid fire in here, so we kind of have to use it. Given on this map, you're perfectly fine because it's like a small map. If we're playing face off, I'll probably just do long barrel. It's too simple. Too good. Too fucking nasty. Nobody's gonna outgun me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not when I got the AMAX hose. Okay. So they still do spawn there. I wasn't sure because it went quiet for a second, and I was counting. And I was like, okay, they should theoretically be here right now, but now they're over here. See, if you got the harp, it's like you don't need the harp when you use the war machine. But you're gonna know where the enemies are, so then you can, you get more value out of your war machine. He's not bad. Look, he's not bad. We nuked this guy. Oh, they're all waiting for me. They fucking know. Wait, you're not gonna be able to kill me ever. He even hit a single shot. Oh, poor guy, dude. Someone bring him the casket. See, this is fun. This is actually amazing on this map. Like, I'm having a great time right now. As long as I can get another nuke, though. Dude, I just can't believe this gun kills so fast. I actually am so hyped for Black Ops 7. Genuinely, just so we have like a new game. Like every game can be like Black Ops 6. I just want like a new one. Like I wouldn't mind if we have a new Call of Duty every 6 months. Just I would hate if we had like a bi-yearly. Wait, no. That should have hit. I think it's good when there's a new Call of Duty every single year. Very, very healthy. You kind of need it. If they didn't do that, Call of Duty would actually be dead. Like people think Call of Duty's dead right now. Nah. If we had this game for 2 years, Call of Duty would be dead. I would be dead. That was a pretty clean one. I was gonna talk about one thing. No, I completely forgot. There's so many things that like in my day I'm like, oh, I'm gonna talk about this, I'm gonna do this. Now I space everything. And then I go on stream and talk about, oh, you know what it is? I've been streaming so much, like 8 hours a day almost, where I speak my whole mind on stream. And then I've like not a single thing to say. Like my whole day is basically on camera. I just talk the whole day. And then I go to film a class at a video and I don't know what to say. Okay, I think we're just gonna call in this nuke. I'm starting to lose the hype. 96. Let's see if we can get another 4 kills and we're chilling. Where are these guys? Why the fuck is that my secondary? That's the worst. Bro, you know, okay, we already got one. I was gonna say we need a burst pistol, which we do. That's Strider. I haven't used it yet. It does look pretty good though. I'm glad that we got it. It sucks that it took this long, but like I'm glad that we eventually got one. There's the tactical nuke. Sorry if the energy was a little bit low. I just woke up a little bit ago. I woke up so freaking late. I'm a little bit tired. Took my shower, ate some food. Bro, when I eat, that shit knocks me out. I'll just have steak and rice. Bro, and I get so sleepy after. Oh my god. I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope you guys do like the class. And subscribe to the second channel, Cbass 2.0. See you guys later. Deuces.